Somebody asked me my thoughts today on the R. Kelly thing. Talking about the show Surviving R. Kelly. Mm, We all know that R. Kelly, he's a pedophile. Come on, I mean, there's no way to put it. There's no other way to put it. The guy's a fucking pedophile. Remember, he was okay. R. Kelly's a famous R&B singer. He's all great. He's known for that hit song "I Believe I Can Fly" and "Bump and Grind Me" and shit. I'm not his audience per se. I never really got the guy. I mean, he's a great singer. That's all I know about him. He's not the kind of music I listen to. I listen to, Norwegian folk music. Everybody knows that. And it's the best kind of music there is. And no one puts on a concert like a Norwegian folk artist. They will, provide you with some kind of cheese so you may enjoy it while they are performing. And then at the end, when they actually begin to yodel, and Norwegians yodel too, you're supposed to throw the cheese into their mouth. And that's just how the concert goes. It's fun, it's participatory, and we can all, have a good time with it. Anyway, R. Kelly. Yeah, I remember back in the day he was fucking around with Aaliyah. I mean, wasn't that a clue to anybody? She's 15. He was like, what, 25, 26 or something? Like, he's fucking Aaliyah. And, then she died. And then the tape came out, and everybody was talking about the sex tape, that he had this 15-year-old girl, and he fucked her, and then he pissed in her mouth. But he's famous and a celebrity, and, he's a hero to the black community, so everybody had to love him, and still defend him, which I don't get. I mean, I understand in some way. It was the same thing, and maybe I'm going to get in trouble for this video, but I don't give a flying fuck anymore. Maybe it's the same thing with OJ and other things like that. I don't understand defending someone just because they're the same skin color as you. And a lot of times, it seemed to me, with those two cases in particular, that's really what it boiled down to. When you looked at facts, it seemed that the facts were pretty fucking shitty. I'm sorry, I never went, Jeffrey Dahmer was the same skin color as me and never been like, oh, he's innocent. I know they found heads in his refrigerator, and, there's a black guy who ran out of his house without his penis, and Jeffrey Dahmer had it in his mouth while he was chasing the guy trying to kill him again. But, I mean, come on. I mean, seriously, they were trying to frame him. It's obvious. No, I wouldn't. But with R. Kelly, it's gotten more insane over the years. Apparently, I knew about the tape. We all did. He got tried for it. He got let go, and now there's a series called Surviving R. Kelly. I've got a couple problems with the series. I'm gonna tell you what the problems are. First off, a lot of these parents are just as guilty as R. Kelly is, as far as I'm concerned, because these people are pushing their kids. I saw a few parents in that docuseries that way, like, well, R. Kelly wanted to see our daughter alone in a sexy room. We had her, wear a negligee, and we shoved her in there, and all of a sudden he wouldn't let us talk to her anymore. And we're like, what's up with that? That's fucking weird. We need to see our daughter, and now we're gonna, jump onto a reality show a few years later and bitch about it. Okay, I don't care how famous the motherfucker is. If I had a kid, and I would be the worst parent ever, but if I had a fucking kid, and I'm trying to think of somebody right now. Say, who's a big celebrity? Like Justin Timberlake wanted to teach my kid how to pop and lock and, act like he's black. And then, when things get rough because of the skin color, just peace out, remind everybody you're white, and do a country album like he did again, and everything's fine. If he said, I want to meet your daughter, be like, oh, yeah, sure, you're going to help her out, build a career. Right. Meet her in this hotel. Say it again. Meet her in this hotel. Okay, the only way you're going to meet my daughter in a hotel is if you fuck her. No, I'm kidding. And I can videotape it now. The only way you're going to meet my daughter in a hotel room is if I get to be there with you and bring a baseball bat just in case you even look at her funny, so I may break all of your fucking ribs until you're coughing up blood. No, I'm not going to let my kid go over there. I don't care if she's 16. I don't care if she's 17. No, when she's 18, 19, she could do what she wants. I'll be like, listen, now if you join a harem or some weird cult run by Justin Timberlake, that's your fault, you little bitch. I fucking warned you. I tried to raise you right. Come on. I gave you drugs to sell to the other kids. You should be rich by now and have your own money for a car, yet you're looking for it from me. And now you're looking for affection from this guy because I was never there. I'm sorry, all right? Again, why I'm not a parent. But there were so many of these parents that seemed to be kind of okay with their kid being talked to by an older man on the phone, getting their daughter's cell phone number. Fucking, how many red flags did R. Kelly need to have red flags stuck up his ass and just like hanging out like 80 red flags out of his butt, just like red flag, watch out for me. I might pee on your daughter later. I might hold her hostage. But shit gets weirder from there. So I watched that series. I didn't watch all of it. I watched a few episodes. Oh my God, he's fucking crazy beyond belief. First of all, he's got like girls held hostage in various like Motel 6s around the fucking like the world. Okay, classier hotels than that, so maybe they shouldn't complain. They're getting room service. Yeah, you take a beating once in a while. If I was getting room service every day, somebody came to clean my room, change my linens, there's a pool in my building, he could choke me out every now and then. What are you bitching about? You're having a great life. No. He's got them sequestered in certain areas, and apparently even his bodyguards are making sure these girls don't leave. It's just really bizarre. And they, on the show, showed one woman who I really did feel for, whose daughter was grown, so it wasn't this woman's fault when she went out there and kind of, 1920, but she wanted to be a singer, beautiful girl. And R. Kelly decided what he would do with this beautiful girl, obviously sexually molest her, because that's just what he does, but also turn her into a little boy. Have you seen this fucking show? Have you seen this? He turned this beautiful girl, he dressed her up as a boy, he shaved her head, she's walking around like a bro now, and she's all tatted up and shit like that. And some people that were very close to R. Kelly is now saying that he kind of likes both teams. I mean, he likes the Cubs and the Sox. Get what I'm saying? You follow what I'm saying? He likes dick and pussy. I don't know how else to put it to you people. Okay? He likes both. He likes guys too. And there's just shit like, record executives are on there being interviewed like, well, I thought something was strange the first time I went over to the studio. There was a bedroom here, a bedroom there, a bedroom there, and there were just girls waiting in the dark for him in various rooms, not saying anything, not able to make eye contact. Really? You thought something was strange? Why didn't you do anything? Why didn't anybody say anything until it got to this point, and it's still apparently going on? And then we have people like Erykah Badu and her fucking crazy. How much crack does she smoke every day? I mean, honestly, Erykah Badu is on something. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she just, I don't know, huffs. She suck on the end of a tailpipe every day in a garage just to get really, really high. Something's wrong with the bitch. I don't know. She had the one good song, you bet go call Tyrone, but you can't use my phone. She had that song a long time ago. She thinks it made her famous forever, and now she's known for looking homeless and just saying bizarre shit. And the other day, she decided to, start saying how R. Kelly was great and defending him and all this stuff. First of all, look at who the people that are defending him are. That's when you know it's bad. When it's Erykah fucking crazy crackhead Badu is defending him. And that's the only one who's really coming out and saying, well, fuck it, whatever. And then, going back to the show, did you see his brother on the show, who's in prison, by the way? His brother actually says this. His brother really helped him out here. His brother, I don't know if it's older brother or younger brother, goes, we all have preferences. I like older women. Like, I like, MILFs to grannies. He likes really, really, really young girls. We all have preferences. And some people like to eat people. They're called cannibals. That doesn't mean it's legal or right. This is the family he grew up in. Okay, so he's fucked in the head already. But yeah, and then there's a few women who I have to point out went voluntarily to fuck around with this guy in hopes of advancing their career. Maybe they did get caught into something they didn't understand and he became abusive and all that. But there were a group of girls I felt genuinely bad for who were young, who didn't know any better. They were children that he, started grooming. I mean, the guy's a pedophile. In my opinion, the guy's a fucking pedophile, but a fantastic singer. Therefore, we could just let him get away with it. But there were a few women in this that seemed to me to know what they were getting into as far as like this is post the tape. This is post the trial. Okay, you already know. And that was it. There was another group of parents that pushed their daughter, or let their daughter go sing with this guy and shit like that. And she got into the whole R. Kelly cult. It's fucking weird. But keep in mind, they asked them about this. They said, well, obviously he had gotten acquitted, so we thought there was nothing there. Listen, that would be like if, there was a guy who was accused of child murder. And then he's like, well, you know what? I got acquitted and all that of chopping that kid up and then, putting his bits all over my scrotum and masturbating with it. Totally wasn't me. I mean, then it proved it was me, you know what I'm saying? But I'm free now. I would like to babysit your child. Do you think I'm going to let him do that? Just because I don't care if he's acquitted. I don't care if you're accused about it. No, there's certain things I'm just going to still hold back on. This guy, it was pretty well known. I mean, he was dating Aaliyah. You knew that. That was in, the public sphere. You still brought your daughter to an audition to R. Kelly. You still had no problem with that. And then you're upset that he all of a sudden starts, kind of grooming your daughter away from you, not letting her talk to you, and then you have an issue. Where are your fucking priorities? Honestly. But that's not taking away from the women who really were victims of this guy, and there still are victims of this guy. And I have to say, if you're somebody who's black, white, whatever the fuck, and you're defending this guy, you really, at the end of the day, need to look at the objective data. We know he was fucking Aaliyah. She was 15 years old. He was a grown-ass man. We know he was in a sex tape with an underage girl and pissed in her mouth. We know this. This is just a fact. This is just what is out there. If you still would say that you would let your kid go with this man, or say that, everybody is lying. I'm not saying some of them aren't, I wouldn't say lying, but aren't a little culpable themselves for just bad thinking. But if you really think at this point, after the objective data of what we know, that he's not guilty, then I have a beautiful lake for you to buy. It's only going to cost you, how much is the biggest Starbucks card going for? Like $500. A $500 Starbucks card. It's Lake Michigan. It's a little dirty. You can clean it. I own it because my great uncle, my aunt, Mrs. Doubtfire, left it to me, and it'll be yours. I'll sign the deed over to you. It might look like it's in crayon. I promise you it's not. Yeah, you're that dumb, in my opinion. I'm sorry, you are. And I know there's certain people, and I always get this with everybody I talk about with pedophilia, No, it's evil, Illuminati, Hollywood, pedophile ring, like blah, 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 blah. Listen, sometimes it's just a crazy motherfucker with other crazy motherfuckers enabling them. And I think that's what the scenario is here. I believe I can pee. I believe I can pee on any minor you see. I get away with it all the time. I'll take your child and paint her like a mime. I believe I can kidnap any black girl to see. And yet still somehow I'll have black people supporting me. Not white people because they're all evil inside. They hate me because I made it and that's why they're framing me for this shit. Okay, it's totally not true, but I'm gonna use that. I believe I can get a minor. I believe I could fuck a 15-year-old, and if she threatens to tell anyone, I'll take a big fat gun and I'll shoot down her plane and pretend it was just an accident and she was insane. Fuck it. Come on. R. Kelly is guilty as fuck. He's weird. I urge everybody to watch the series. And yes, so if someone asks me what I think, that's what I'm thinking. And I'm also thinking, how good would a sponge feel around my penis when I masturbate? That's it's random shit running through my head. That's other thoughts I'm having. And tinfoil. That's it, just tinfoil. It's really just shit that pops from my head. Not even tripping. Not even tripping. Straight up and down. All right. Have a good night, and R. Kelly's fucking crazy.